Remember the soup with what's his name on on E Network?
I'm trying to
No,
think of
Comedy
his
Central.
name. It was on E
It was
too.
on
I
E
think.
too.
I think it was on E too. His
Okay.
name was Joe McHale.
Joe
Joel McHale.
McHale.
Yes,
I
that's it,
never.
right?
Yes, I think so. I never
Yes,
watched
the other
Community,
one.
but I know he was on that too. But
Garrick loves Community.
I also never watched the soup, but I just remember
Me
the soup.
neither.
I
The
feel like the
Soup.
soup came on after something that I was watching before.
Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Probably.
That's what you're watching. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, the soup.
You were a big Kardashian type,
Yeah.
and so
I was in a Kardashian household. You say that in jest,
I did say that in
but
jest.
like I grew up with a mother and sister who are like OG
You know
Kardashian
what? That's
fans.
fair because we all were a Kardashian household at some point. Them bitches had a hold on
Right.
us, unfortunately.
Last season, the final ride.
The final ride. Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
I was about to
Probably-
say, you do
probably
know they're in
something
their
like
last
that. Yeah,
season.
they're
If
in
you
their
know the
last
name of it, I'm about to be a little shook.
No, I have not still watched it, but it probably is really interesting right now because of the Kanye divorce.
Problem no, it probably
They're
is very.
they're
I'm not gonna watch it just because I'm not giving them bitches no money of
'Cause
mine.
We're decolonizing. That's
We're
trying to-
decolonizing the mind. You know
we
what I
can't-
mean?
You can't professor in politics and be watching season 22 of
Period.
Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Because my third eye is open. I haven't brushed my teeth with fluoride in forever.
Oh
Okay,
my God.
my calcified.
Is that what I'm smelling?
Y'all, we're in person today.
Yeah, this is the first.
This is the first time
This
we're
is
in
the first time
person.
we're
We've
in
actually done a podcast before once on my previous podcast. Do you remember?
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, we went to
What was
like
the
a
name of it?
studio.
We went to a studio.
Where you used to work.
I did. I used to work there. We were
Listen,
recorded at
all
Attention.
hours.
You
Feel me?
Period.
Resourceful.
That was years ago, and
That
now
was
here we
good
are. Look at
content.
us
Here we are.
with the
Still
fucking
trucking.
right, equally
what I'm
as
saying?
unsuccessful podcast, but it doesn't fucking matter.
You see me?
Okay. Oh, speaking of, I have so many stats and stuff to share with you today. Now that we're in person, I have
Guys,
so much
we're
to tell
building
you.
an empire.
We're building an empire, obviously.
Yeah.
Like you're along for the
It
ride.
goes Rock Nation, Bad Boy, Universal Music Group, Black People Love Paramore.
Period. Obviously.
You know.
Yeah.
We're top 4. You know.
And if you don't know, now you know.
Okay.
Nigga. As they say.
As they say.
As the blacks say.
As Christopher Wallace said.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I should do the intro, which I have written down for the first time. So it's actually going to be good this time.
Ding, dong, dong.
I'm so excited.
Black People Love Paramore was
Ugh.
brought to you by Jordan and Sequoia, as well as this bit of rosé that we're drinking.
Why is Jordan trying to take my introduction?
I'm sorry.
Why would you try to take my introduction
I
from me?
apologize.
That's all I
I'm
have,
just
Jordan.
excited to be here.
It's literally all I
It's
have.
that fresh Pacific Ocean air.
Pacific. I thought you were going to say fresh pussy.
But
I thought you were going to say. I thought you were going to go with pussy. Before we started recording, Jordan was sound checking, saying pussy repeatedly.
no, okay.
He was.
You gotta check your plosives. Pussy popping. Pussy pop. It's a good.
It's a good
exercise.
yeah.
To check your plosives.
Right.
The mic.
You don't want to just be like peeking at peas. So you're like pussy popping.
For our audio editor, you
Yeah.
need to know the highs and the
His name is
lows.
Daniel.
Yeah,
That's our
Daniel.
man's.
For
You know what I
Daniel,
mean?
looking out for
Thank you, Daniel. Yeah.
Pussy popping.
Looking up, we appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
I think there are many words that start with P, but pussy popping works too. If you would like that one, that's your business.
All right.
Okay, so welcome to Black People Love Paramore, a podcast where we chat about the super random things large swaths of black people go up for, like Paramore, Cash App, or crab legs. I'm Sequoia,
And I'm Jordan.
and today we're going to talk about, drum roll please,
Can you feel it?
the electric slide. It's electric. Okay, we're going to talk about the electric slide today because black people really love that shit.
Yeah.
And I thought, as researching for this episode, I thought so many things and my eyes were opened.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get into it later.
Right.
But first, we're going to start with In My Defense, okay?
Before we jump into my defense, I just want to applaud you and acknowledge your use of large swaths because every week we do a great job of avoiding saying that all black people like shit.
Period.
You know, because not all black people like shit.
Nah.
And also, this is deeply unscientific. So we're just skirting, any sort of clamps you're going to try and put on us.
Right.
We're not going to get canceled from
Period.
So, right?
Right, Jordan's not.
I'm not going to get
I
canceled.
might. I don't
Sequoia
know.
Might.
Right, I might.
Sequoia saying all this stuff about chitlins.
The chillin' took me out.
Reverend Jesse Jackson, if you're listening to this,
Fuck you. If you're listening to this, fuck off, bud.
that's crazy.
Okay?
I did not say that.
Fuck right on off, bud, if you're listening to this. But okay, in my defense this week is a renowned tastemaker
Yes.
in the white community. Okay.
Yes. Okay. I mean, my interest is peaked.
Okay, you're peaked. You're peaked with a P. Okay, right. Peaking just like our audio. And that person is one Harold Styles. One Harry Styles. I have a magazine here. It's my roommate's magazine. She's white, y'all. She's white.
This is a guide, the ultimate guide to Harry Styles.
She has a magazine. I don't even know what publication this came from.
I know. What is
but it says the title of the magazine is The Ultimate Guide to Harry Styles. Okay. She's a fanatic. I put her on to Sir Harold.
Oh, you put her on.
I did. I put her on. I was like, yo, Harry Styles has this new album out. I think you really like it. You should listen to it. She was like, I'm not going to like it. Bitch hadn't stopped talking about him since. Lost her mind. I think he's great. Very talented young man. I want to say deeply unproblematic, but I'm seeing lots of things about him queer baiting. Okay. So let's go ahead and acknowledge that. The queer baiting thing is something that is in the zeitgeist. I will let y'all make that as someone who is very straight and gender conforming. I will let y'all go ahead and make the gender call on his queer baitingness. Yeah, but that's my man.
Right.
He's talented.
Okay. I don't even want to. That's a good in my defense because for a while I was of the class of people who like actively. And of course I was younger at the time, I was like in my late teens, early 20s. But I was like pointedly like anti One Direction.
Oh, me too.
Like,
100%.
What is this shit?
This shit is ass. Yeah.
It's like with Backstreet Boys 2. We're over that first of all.
100%.
12-year-old girls. They like tried to make a little like spice it up. They had what's his name?
Zayn Malik.
Zayn Malik. And like I just wasn't into it. Like I and it was also like it wasn't for me and like I had an aversion to it. A somewhat performative aversion, because
okay,
man,
right? You're like,
God.
Toxically masculine,
Right,
hyper masculine.
toxically
Yeah.
But I've come around, as I've evolved, and I respect it. I think he's. I don't listen to his music.
Okay.
I know that he has a song called Watermelon Sugar because I watched it, unfortunately, the Grammys this year, and he performed it. And like it was nominated for awards, and he's like watermelon sugar, watermelon sugar, and I can see why people would like that type of music.
Jordan said it could never be me.
I don't think I like his voice particularly, nor like
fair.
Do I think I don't know. I just don't think I'm gonna give it the time of day. But I do
That's
like
fair.
how he's been existing in pop culture. Like I think he's spicy. Like I feel like he's like he's in all these type of relationships. He's there's so many boring white, especially particularly cis white men in pop culture and like who are like, I don't know, just doing the least,
Is and he's spicing it up. He's giving the girls something to talk about. 100%.
And like he's wearing the Gucci blouse. I really particularly liked his leather. He had this leather blazer, leather suit at the Grammys.
A whole leather suit
with I think I want to say a mint green. Boa?
Oof. Oh, yeah. Yes, I do remember that exact look. Me and my roommate were losing it at that look. We were like, yo.
He looks great.
Yo, he's fucking stunning.
Yes, exactly. That soft green I'm looking at right now, it's great. He wears clothes well. He clearly has like a cultivated sense of style, which is more than most people in Hollywood can say. And to top it all off, he is smashing to smithereens Olivia Wilde.
So okay, so here's the caveat for Sir Harold. He has a strong affinity for vastly older women who are much older than him, which is fine is totally fine when you're 26. But my man was dating Taylor Swift, who is currently
I forgot about that.
Taylor Swift is currently like 32, 33, maybe even 34.
No. Is that true?
Yeah. Check it out. Check it out. Yeah, Taylor Swift is the fuck old.
Madam Swift?
Yeah, Taylor Swift is fucking old.
Don't do her like that. 31.
Oh, shut 31. Up. Oh, she's only 31? 31. Fuck. This invalidates. Okay, whatever. I'm still going to say it anyways. He was dating Taylor Swift when he was like 20. And at that age, it's a little bit of a big age gap. It was giving grooming from Miss Taylor for me. It was giving groom. I just want to drag Taylor any avenue that I can. So let me have this. She was grooming. She was grooming my man.
He's got a little pop rock in his step. I think
a little pep in his step. He's taking down Olivia Wilde, and that's giving him his pep.
Right. He's from Redditch, Worcester,
England.
I think that's in the north.
Yeah.
And they got a weird little accent up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he seems like I respect. Seems like a cool guy. He seems like he minds his business too. I don't see him sticking his nose into black people's business.
Very much minds his business. Stays out of Negro business.
He knows his place. I respect it.
Yeah.
Hairstyles until you prove me wrong.
God.
Got the,
where's wood? How do we knock on it? Oh, ain't no wood in this damn room.
No, I'm not gonna.
Fuck it. No, there it is. The floors. There it is.
Beautiful pictures here in this apartment, by the way. Los Angeles.
Thank you. We have a Be Kind word art. It's beautiful.
I got you.
Oh my God! Wait, Harry Styles looks so phenomenal in this image that Jordan just pulled up. I'm gonna put it on the Instagram because taste. My man has taste, and the florals in the background. Like, oh my God, taking it back. Anyways, Harry Styles in my defense because he's phenomenal, talented. Minds his white ass business, stays out of black ass business. I don't know if y'all seen that TikTok. Have you seen that TikTok?
No.
It's this TikTok of this, like, she's really young. She can't be out of high school. And somebody commented on her TikTok, and it's like a white girl commented on her TikTok about her edges and just says, your edges. It's a black girl, obviously. And she says, and what about him, Miss Samantha? And then she's like, because it's looking like, she's like, I don't know what you identify as ethnically, but it's looking like cracker. And she's like, I want you to keep your ass out of my black ass business. Can we do that? So that's my favorite.
You're trying to get canceled, but not now.
Not at this second. You know what I mean? I haven't got on yet to get canceled.
Exactly.
I can't.
We gotta get on.
I gotta get on.
One brand partnership before she.
Like one something. Give me a sponsorship. Yeah. Like something. You know what I mean? Bleep that. It's my favorite TikTok on the planet because.
That's amazing. Yeah, it sounds good.
It applies everywhere.
Shout out to kids on TikTok.
Shout out to kids on TikTok. I love them. Yeah. Jordan, you need to be a kid on TikTok. I keep telling you, get on the platform.
One day. Maybe while I'm out here, I'll join the Hype House.
Jordan in the Hype House? I can see it. Yeah. That makes sense to me.
Torrenting NBA Finals game. I didn't say that also. Adrian Davis of the NSA.
He talking about shit I don't know about, y'all.
No, you know how people always joke that like the NSA is listening to them, so they'll like shout out their agent.
The NSA?
Yeah, like whoever.
I heard the FBI.
FBI. I'm not versed in my ops.
I don't know who the fuck the NSA is. National Security Association.
Our phones, National Security. Yo.
Alignment.
Wow, really.
We're fucking stupid.
Wow. National Security Agency.
Okay. See, I didn't even know NSA was a thing. I thought we were trying to talk about NASA.
No, that's the one that Edward Snowden aired at.
Okay. Now you put it into perspective.
Yes,
Got it. Okay.
Okay. In my defense, is one that I've been thinking about a little bit. It was in my head a second ago.
He means that literally a little bit, like right now. He just came up with it.
It was in my head and it just disappeared. What was it? Wow. Oh, okay, I remember it now. All right, so I don't usually bring this part of myself to the podcast because I like to keep things church and state separate.
I love it.
But I'm really into sports as well. I keep it on low because it's kind of a normie thing. I'm like cool and alternative.
Obviously.
I'm a very person.
He has straight back braids.
I'm in media.
Yeah.
But I've really been pleasantly surprised by the selection, the English national football selection, currently competing in the European Championships.
Now, football
is in soccer.
Football
is in soccer.
Okay. Okay.
And they're doing great. There's an expression in England called "it's coming home" because England is the home of football. England is the home of football.
Oh.
And they gave it.
I like that expression.
And it's been going. It's been so it's been in Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
It's been in Germany. It's been Spain, and all these places have had success in football. But really, the home is England.
Okay, you know what? That expression has a certain cockiness that I like.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
And so England hasn't been to a final of a major tournament since 1966.
66. My mom's age.
Dead ass. As
yeah.
I say, dead ass.
Damn.
And that was the last time I think that's when they won the World Cup, and they haven't been back to a final since.
A half century?
Since in either the European Championships or the World Cup.
That's embarrassing, y'all.
And so today they are back in the final for the first time, and it's really exciting. And people people like have this impression of English football fans as being like white, disgusting, drunk, angry, racist, stupid, evil.
They continue.
People, but in reality,
smelly.
In reality, it's a beautiful country. It might have colonized the world and caused so much harm.
And did.
And really destroyed the world in a way.
Now, are there black people on this team?
Yes, and that's what we're bringing it back to.
Right.
So the star player of the tournament for them has been one striker named Raheem Sterling.
Raheem,
Raheem
a
Sterling.
very Negro name.
A very Negro
A
name.
very
Negro
name.
And you can, would you guess from whence he hails? Would you guess from whence young one Raheem hails?
What's his last name?
Sterling.
Oh, he's American?
Nah.
Where's he?
Jamaican.
He's should have known. If you were asking, I should have known.
So he's having a great time. He's scoring goals. People were writing him off. They said he's got a, what I've noticed is like he's got an anterior pelvic tilt, so his butt sticks out a little bit.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Which is the case for a lot of black people as well. So.
Oh, is that why I was born with a big fat ass? This makes sense. This makes sense. I get it. I get that. Yeah.
Yes, but that concludes my rant about the English, the 2021 English football selection team playing in the European Championships.
I feel like I have learned so much right now. I knew nothing about football other than my British boss watches it, and just gets really worked up and like screams at the top of his lungs. And
if he comes in Monday, like if he calls out Monday, I think the game's this weekend. If he calls out Monday, that means he got so fucking drunk.
He'd be mad. First of all, he'd be so upset. He'd be so upset, like legitimately, like if a dark-skinned black man could turn red, he would be beat red.
He's a black British person.
Yeah.
Is he? Where's he from? He's from West Africa.
Yeah, he's from Ghana.
Okay, I see.
But
yeah, there's only so many places.
Exactly, so many places. Right.
Us,
so
UK descended people.
Us.
Because my mom was born in Jamaica.
Oh, do tell.
1961 was still a colony.
Okay, yeah, And where was the origin? Where was the origin?
What do you mean?
Well,
Africa,
typically,
Africa.
Africa, right? Well, typically, friend. Typically, United Kingdom black folks.
Yes.
Fuck, I don't know how to say folks in a British accent at all. United Kingdom black people know where in Africa they come from.
Yes, no.
And so right now, you're giving very slave descendants.
You're confusing. Yes, we're slave descendants.
You're giving very slave descendants.
We were brought from West Africa to Jamaica.
West Africa, yes.
And then they purposely kind of made us forget what we fucking.
Okay.
That's
and you know what?
Colonial.
To that I can relate. I understand. I understand that. Well, I'm glad that I learned some things about. First of all, we should really name this podcast "Jamaican People Love Hair," because I feel like it just every episode.
Right. It's six degrees of Jamaican niggas
everywhere, just like every degree. You think you escaped it? You didn't. You didn't.
We're
you know what I mean?
Crevasse.
The gang is everywhere. So that was good. Thank you for schooling me. I appreciate it. I hope that I was able to enlighten you all in young Harold Styles a little bit, because that's my man's. He's great. He will not be forgotten forever in our hearts. Okay, now let's move into our main topic, the electric slide. Okay, you ready? Okay. In preparing for this podcast, 30 minutes ago, my mind was the fuck blown. Okay, because I came in the house and I was talking about the episode to my white roommate, a white girl. Okay. And I was like, hey, we're doing it on the electric. I started playing the original Electric Slide song, which is called Electric Boogie by Marcia Griffiths and Bunny Wailers. My black ass has never heard this fucking song. Never heard the original Electric Slide song, Electric Boogie. My white roommate, though, starts singing along with it as I'm playing it out loud. And I'm like, that's curious. How do you know this song? Tommy, that's her name. Not Tommy Lahren, FYI. Different one. Different Tommy. Different white girl Tommy, also blonde. And she's like, I don't know, I just know it. And I'm like, okay, well, interesting. I'm doing an Electric Slide episode. That's the original Electric Slide song. She was like, oh, yeah, I know. I'm like, how do you know? You know what the Electric Slide is?
Yeah.
I think she knows it because she lives with me, my black ass, for the last 9 years. She enlightens me that white people do the Electric Slide at weddings and functions and shit, and that white people do the Electric Slide. Wow. Did you know that?
No.
I was literally so taken aback.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like my identity is in question. I thought that was such a specifically dedicated black thing.
Yes.
And now
your world has been turned upside down.
And then I looked at videos of white people doing it, and it very much looks like white people doing it. First of all, I made her get up and like demonstrate that she actually knew what the dance was.
Oh my gosh.
To which she did, and I was shooketh.
It
was a very white version of it, but you know what I mean. It existed, and then I looked at videos of white people doing it, and it's giving very mayonnaise. It's very lacking in seasoning overall, but the steps are there.
The steps are there.
It's the correct dance.
Well, as we know, Sequoia, what happens when black people like something? Eventually.
You're right. But I thought that we had kept that one hidden away, and so I am taken aback.
Yeah.
I was disturbed by that, very much so. But anyways, as I was researching this, I really realized that this episode should be more so like black people like line dancing, because black people really have a thing for line dancing. And I don't know exactly why.
Because what else do we have? We have Cupid Shuffle.
The wobble.
The wobble. Oh my gosh.
We have the cha-cha slide.
The cha-cha slide.
Like, black people like a line dance.
We do like a line dance.
Allegedly, the nene was a line dance. As I was reading this for this episode, like, people had listed the nene as a line dance, and I'm like, feels like a pre-TikTok dance, but sure. Like a Vine dance, but
the song in retrospect has that like line dance.
It has energy. Like the instructions, like we're telling you what to do. Yeah. Which totally makes sense. So I guess that's maybe a line dance is just like an instructional song. One where it like calls out the instructions. Anyways, so white people do that shit too. But real quick, let me give you all a little brief history of what the Electric Slide is. So as I said, it's actually called The Electric, better known as The Electric Slide. A 4-wall line dance set to Marcia Griffiths and Bunny Wailer's song Electric Boogie. Choreographer, pianist, and Broadway performer, come on, accolades, Richard L. Rick Silver created the dance in 1976 from a demo of Bunny Wailer's song, recording of the song. Several variations of the dance. Some of them have 22 steps. Some of them have 16 steps, 24 steps, or 18 steps. Okay, and and in 1989, it was listed as Line Dancer Magazine, whatever the fuck that is, #1 dance in the world. So apparently this shit is global. I didn't know. I thought that we had dibs on it. I thought that we knew about that shit, and that's it. But it's global.
Well, the thing is, I was also like reading a little bit, and I think the thing that we're both realizing is that we're like second generation electric sliders. Right?
Yeah,
because
we are.
It was apparently number 51 on a remix version of Electric Boogie. Was number 51 on the Hot 100 in 1990. And for something to reach number 51 on Hot 100, a lot of people, not just black people, listening to that song. And so what we grew up with it as like this thing that happens in our little black bubble, and like it was featured in like what's it called, what is that, The Best Man, like
yes the final scene in The Best Man,
which to me in retrospect says less that like, oh, this is a thing that this is a new thing we're introducing that black people do, and then like, oh, this is an established thing that black people do.
100%. So, it's not an introduction.
Right. It's not. It's like it's canonizing something that was already existing.
Absolutely.
And so like it's already like so late by this
point. So late, maybe like a decade late by that point. Yeah. Okay, that's the fuck crazy to me. So we don't have a tie to the Electric Slide for real as black people. Now, quick question before I actually
but it's made by 2 black people. Bunny Wailer.
That's so true. Yes. That's so true. It is literally the song is made by black people.
Who, mentioned, are Jamaican. Bunny Wailer.
Here he go. Here his ass go.
And Marcia Griffith, a Jamaican singer as well.
Period.
So put that on the island first and foremost.
All right, you know what? Let me put some respect on the island's name. That's my bad. I shouldn't have made that mistake. Okay. Now, thank you. I'll give you your Jamaican accolades. Okay. I have a question though.
Yes.
What do you think is the best song to Electric Slide to? I'll give you options, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Before I Let Go, Frankie Beverly and Maze.
Uh-huh.
Outstanding, Gap Band. Candy, Cameo.
Oh, God.
Or Electric Boogie, Marsha Griffith, et al.
Oh, my gosh. The funny thing is, when you hear... I didn't even know the song until today was called Electric Boogie.
Right, me
I
neither.
thought it was called
It's Electric.
Side.
Yeah, or something.
Yeah. And so when I hear that version of it, it feels like a novelty. Like, it feels like, oh, wow, that's cute. Like,
It's cute, right?
yeah, like,
I'm
oh,
like,
wow,
okay.
this thing.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like archaic when I hear it.
Does. Dated.
I have like a memory of being in 5th grade or like 6th grade in my like white private school in Hampton, Connecticut, and we learned line dances in gym class.
We did too.
And yeah, and I think maybe I'm mixing it up. We definitely learned like the Cotton Eye Joe, and like we learned how to waltz a little bit too. If I'm remembering correctly.
We did too. Yep.
And I think at one point the Electric Slide was played.
Tommy said that they learned it in gym class, so
Yeah,
this makes sense.
And it like the people who were teaching us gym class in 2007 or whatever were the same people who were like young 26-year-olds railing lines of coke and listening
They were
to
us.
Yeah, they were like.
I mean, I'm not
I don't,
particularly cokey.
No, I'm not particularly.
I don't do
myself.
that personally,
I was
but
kind of sketching a white person.
you know what I mean, right? But they were young people teaching a group of kids, so they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna do the hip
I
dance."
remember, yeah. These are the dances I remember.
Yeah.
So I think it makes sense that these people were teaching us this song. Yeah, it's funny. But yeah, I think the one that like those are all such good options to do this to. Outstanding by the Gap Band.
Right.
Top 10 song of all time.
Period.
As is Before I Let Go by.
Period.
So, damn, that's so hard. But I think I would wanna. Frankie Beverly and Maze, like I'm reveling in that song. I don't wanna like do something rigid. I'm like, we got the beer in the hand.
Totally.
We're like about to drop our plate of food.
Totally. The plate of food that you have with one hand here, the beer here. Yes.
Like, it comes on, you're like, how? You're like, yes.
You just got your little sway on with the yes.
But I can see Cameos like Candy like feels like kind of like a.
Period. That's the one I was gonna say too.
It makes sense to line dance to that.
No, I 100% agree. The correct answer is Candy by Cameo. First of all, now bonus points.
Okay.
Do you have thoughts about Before I Let Go / Candy by Beyonce? Her remake of Before I Let Go, and it also has a little Candy interlude to it.
I forgot the Candy interlude.
Yeah,
Beyonce, yes, I like that song a lot. She's like an expert, kind of like, I don't want to say canon for the second time in this episode, like a nerd. But she is an expert canonizer of black shit too. Like that Homecoming performance is
100%.
like amazing, like tour of like black music and dance and like pop culture.
100%.
And I think she like does it. It never feels like the hand is heavy. Like I've actually kind of gotten a little annoyed of late with like all the new pop songs that interpolate recently old pop songs.
Yeah.
Like I listened to one. My friend Ariel was playing one the other day that was like Summer Walker.
Yes, and Usher. Yeah.
And like that song actually is okay.
Yeah.
But like that whole trend of like and like Tory Lanez is dumbass.
Fuck yeah.
And like it's just like this thing of like just like ripping a song that was like hot like only like 10 years ago.
Like the shit just came out.
Yeah,
it just came out.
And you're barely making any modifications to it, and it's being like, this is my new.
This
song,
is art. This is nostalgic.
Love this song.
Right.
Yeah. And I think that's lazy. And
I love you, sweetie, but like, girl.
It's lazy and it's like low hanging fruit and it's unoriginal. But Beyonce like did a thing that felt like she brought something to the song.
It did.
Yeah.
Mixing Before I Let Go, and because I'm gonna be honest. When I first heard Beyonce's version of Before I Let Go, I was unimpressed. I was like, this song did not need to be remade. I don't appreciate it. In fact, stop playing with me, Beyonce. Don't ever do no shit like that again. Okay? So I'm listening to it. I'm like, no, very anti. It mixes in Candy, and suddenly I'm like, shit. I was like, oh shit, she's doing something. Like, this is fucking crazy. And it was so good to me. And ever since that moment, I've been like, this is my favorite song ever.
True.
I love this song so much. So, if you're gonna remake a song, add something to it.
Absolutely.
Like, give me a twist to where I'm
Right.
surprised.
I
I'm
need
happy
some
because
innovation.
realistically, in the original version, I'm used to that stylings. I'm used to those runs, and now I'm pissed off that you're giving me new stylings and new runs. So you need to switch it up more in order for me not to be pissed
Oh,
off.
that's interesting.
Beyonce did that,
Uh-huh.
and she did that,
She really.
and I appreciate it. It was really good.
And I think we need. I would like to give space. We were talking about we've already spoken about white roommates surprising us.
Yes. Ooh.
I had a pleasant surprise from my white roommate, Elias. Shout out Elias. He owns Cameo's Word Up, I think the name of the album is.
Mm-hmm. I think so. Sounds right.
On vinyl. And
A white man with taste.
I was like, why do you have this?
Big taste.
And it sounds even.
Oh, it's chef's kiss.
The colors you get off the vinyl.
It's magical. It all comes together.
Yeah, it really is beautiful.
Oh, I love that. Okay, where do you even find that?
He must
Yeah, it's a stumble across, right?
I'm like, I actually need to ask him the story. I'm like, were you seeking this out?
Right.
But there's lots of great record stores in New York. You wouldn't know about that.
I was gonna say you're trying to shit on LA right now. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting
You
very
wouldn't know
haterade, and I don't like it. I'm not into it.
Yeah.
Jordan's in LA right now.
Where do you all go? Like Zoomies to buy? Like, what do you?
Get out. Get out. We go to Amoeba.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
We go to Amoeba.
No disrespect to Amoeba. Amoeba is the OGs.
Period. And they shut it down and they moved it. Did you know that?
Where are they moving it to?
Like a block away.
Oh wow.
But it was like a big thing when they were shutting
Right,
down.
'cause
Like
that-
people were
that
like,
location's look-
I think it's the original location. Yeah. So people were like, what the fuck? Like whatever. But yeah, they moved it. Anyways, I do have more about the electric slide. I forgot that's what we were talking about on this shit. Okay. Okay, so I was trying to figure out why black people specifically like the electric slide or just line dancing more generally, right? And I was able to create a very sketchy dotted line to piece everything together.
Okay.
The red string,
Yes.
okay? And what I've concluded is music and dancing is a really important part in many traditional African societies.
And for context, everyone listening, Sequoia has dragged a whiteboard into the room.
Right, literally, I'm pointing. I have a pointer, and I am
Chalk
literally
and circles and lines.
very much that.
Just math equations.
And that factoid comes straight from Wikipedia. Okay, line dancing is thought to have stemmed from folk dancing.
Yes.
Okay, so right now we have two parts. Music and dancing is an integral part of many traditional African societies. Line dancing is thought to have stemmed from folk dancing. Folk dancing can be described as a dance developed by people that reflect the life of the people of a certain country or region. That to me paints a nice photo, nice picture of dance being important to African societies, black people being the primary inhabitants of African societies, and therefore line dancing being a folk dance. The electric slide included.
Absolutely.
And black people have created that.
Okay.
Period.
Ethnomusicology.
You know what I mean? It was giving musicology for me. I thought it was good. I thought it was good. Yeah, I was proud of myself.
Tenure. Where's her tenure?
Period.
Yeah, no, that's so real. And like when we talk about folk music in this country, like you're talking about black music. You're
Always.
talking about like a lot of the folk, Appalachian folk and stuff that comes out of this like country is like can be like traced back to like black people working on plantations and like playing like flipping banjos and you know, like playing things and like coming up with stuff that like white people then saw and like were like busy themselves to imitate.
Of course.
And all those traditions emerged out and like so I can only imagine that the dancing like came with it as well. And like as we all know, Negroes are magic. And
Magical Negro.
And they're born with the ability to. They're born with rhythm.
Yes.
They are also happy.
Yes.
And they are so strong and so fast.
So strong and so
And
fast.
LeBron needs to shut up and sit down and stop talking about race.
Stick to the stuff you know. Do you know High School Musical?
Yes, of course.
Great.
No, but in actual, but in all seriousness, yeah, I can only imagine that like dance came along with the music.
Like, obviously, right? It's like a thing where it's like, yeah, of course it did. Okay, so that was my first theory as to why black people love line dancing generally, but the electric slide more specifically. And then my second theory that I came up with was line dances are non-partnered, right? Versus more traditional dances that often require a partner, like the waltz, like we were talking about.
Yeah.
And that's white people shit, because black people gonna be on the dance floor regardless, partner or not. Like, black people gonna be on the dance floor, they don't give a fuck. So of course it's natural that black people like to do a dance.
Yeah.
Where everybody can do that bitch on the dance floor, because that's where we're gonna be anyways. It don't matter.
It's hierarchical. You know, like the waltz is like there's a male lead and a female, you know, like who's following, and like black people have never been have not nearly been as committed to hierarchy and like those sort of that sort of power dynamics as much as white people.
That is a good point that I wasn't even gonna take it. That is a really good point. Very much so. Y'all did that, white people, okay?
Yeah, you guys were like, I need to be above you.
Right.
You know? I feel like, I mean, of course, these things existed in cultures, like in African cultures, I can imagine, and stuff like that before, as well, in some degree, but like not nearly in the same way.
Mm-hmm.
And like, especially around like dancing and music and stuff like that, it wasn't like, it's not like, yeah, I don't know. Like women, it was like odd for women to like play certain instruments in America. And I think that's a Western thing.
That's like, no, I very much agree. And I feel like in most black cultures, like African and otherwise, they're matriarchal. Like, I feel like it's like, even in like black families, like my mom definitely like ran the household. My dad was very present, but like, it was like, a matriarch. I know I wasn't gonna go ask my dad for shit. Like, if I was be like, Mom, can I go here? I wasn't gonna go say, Dad, can I go here? It was definitely not a 50-50 thing like that.
Yeah.
So I feel like just generally, black cultures put more emphasis on women than men, and it's a very American thing to have like most of the emphasis placed on men. A very white American thing to have the emphasis placed on men. Yeah, I feel like we kind of obliterated that. You know what I mean? I feel like that's bodied it.
First shot, Assad, do it again. One more time.
No.
We the best.
Wait. Do you remember when he used to say, "We the best, nigga"? Do you remember that?
He did. He did. Oh my God.
He did. He was like, "We the best, nigga."
Also, you're a Tyler head, right?
Lightly. I'm starting to get this reputation. I'm like, oh my God, I didn't realize this many people knew that I like Tyler.
Well, you are like a black LA weirdo, so I feel like we all
very true. There we go. Okay, this is fair.
But I've been loving the subtle beef. Have you been aware of this? So when let me fill you in. I
love this. Gossip hour with Jordan.
Tea hour.
Tea hour with Jordan.
It's hot.
Wait, I'm obsessed. I want that actually into a segment. I want it. Okay, go.
So when Tyler Creator, what's the album? Igor. When Tyler Creator dropped Igor.
Yeah.
And Tyler Creator is, for all his gifts and talents, whatever you want, the criticisms you can levy at him, the thing you can acknowledge about him that he's savvy at and that he's good at is marketing his music and creating a brand identity and creating a story around his music.
Rollouts.
And getting people involved and getting people interested.
Period.
He's been doing that since like the very beginning.
Period.
People have been like, what is up? I don't even know if I like this music, but I'm interested in this character and what they're trying to sell me.
100%.
And so he's really good at that, obviously. And with Igor, he did the whole story, like the guy with the wig and the person with the wig and like all that. And like he's also like like everyone bundling his albums with T-shirts but for him it feels less seedy for Tyler to do because he's been doing that sort of thing for a long time.
He's a fashion boy also.
Right. He like also could be credited for like inventing this new mode of operations and selling music.
You're
right?
so right. Give Tyler his things.
Right. They were the ones. They were on the forefront of like selling T-shirts, selling like all sorts of weird shit with their music. And the rest of the industry is caught up and start doing it now because they're not making money off selling music on its own.
Period. But we've been here.
But he's been doing that. But like Khaled was trying to sell supplements and stuff like because they had while he was coming out. DJ Khaled's album Assad or whatever.
Father of Assad.
I think was coming out at the same time, and he was selling supplements and doing all this corny stuff.
Is that right? How fucking corny! Ew.
And Tyler Creator's album outsold his, and then DJ Khaled allegedly, went to his label, which I believe is Universal Music Group, Columbia, and with it, which is owned by Universal. No, Columbia, which is owned by Sony.
Sounds right.
And I think their label, I think they might actually be labeled. Let me do my fact check.
He's going to do some fact checking, some verification. Some I-9 work, verifications.
Right. So, she's on Epic, which is owned by Sony.
Okay.
And Tyler's on Columbia, which is owned by Sony. So technically they're kind of like on
the
same label.
They're brothers.
Yeah, but apparently DJ Khaled walked into Epic and was like seething that Tyler Creator outsold him. he was like so mad, and apparently had tweeted at one point or something like that, like, or like said something, like wrote an Instagram caption that was like, I make music that people play in the barber shop.
Babe.
I make music that people play in the car.
Babe.
That people actually listen to.
Babe.
Not some what did he say? He said mysterious ass shit.
He said mysterious like it was bad.
He said mysterious.
Not
shit.
some art.
Yeah, he said not some mysterious. He's like, I make music music that people cheat on their wives too.
Oh no.
I make music that people rub their beard oil in too.
Oh no. People get fucked too. Okay.
Yeah, I make music that people traumatize their son by telling him he's not a man enough too.
Period.
I
got another one. I had to get it out. I make music that niggas don't eat pussy too.
That niggas don't
Okay.
eat pussy too. All right, mistreat your wife too. And so he's like saying all this. He's angry, and he like eventually deleted it, like, cause he was like, you know,
Cause you look fucking
he was mad. He
stupid.
was being mad.
You look so dumb.
And then so Tyler created, and then DJ Khaled has an album out currently called, I believe,
Does he? Embarrassing. We didn't know.
Khaled.
We didn't know, dear.
And I mean, people listen to that shit. He like gets everybody and their mom to like be on
Exactly.
it,
So if
know?
you want to hear your favorite artist, you want to listen to
Right.
that shit. Drake is on it. Whatever.
He has a song with Nas and Jay-Z talking about cryptocurrency on that shit.
Who
And
the
who
the fuck?
Just like the wash of
wants
the wash.
That.
And with number one, I'm seeing right now.
Wait, that song went number one?
No, the
Oh, the
album.
album. I know that fucking song didn't go. I've never heard that shit in my life.
That's all Tidal employees running that shit up every day.
Truly.
But yeah, so went number one, but then it was succeeded at number one by Tyler Creator's most recent album. And then Tyler Creator with like I love the like kind of I think I more than I like Tyler, like I feel okay about Tyler Creator. I'm not like the biggest fan, but more than anything, I like how he's kind of like. He's like giving the finger to like these like
the mainstream establishment. I stand.
And so which is like at least he's trying something interesting.
Yeah.
He's trying to do something like that's colorful.
Always.
Whereas like everything feels like so like
stale and
like,
pop
stale
and like unnecessary, uninspired, unthoughtful.
And he tweeted like the other day like mysterious music, ha.
I did not see that.
Yeah.
That's so funny. He's been tweeting like little digs off his album. And maybe that's a dig that I missed because I just didn't recognize it as such, but that's funny.
Right, he tweeted like as a reference to DJ Khaled.
I love that. Because he got
two straight number ones.
Wow,
like,
I love that.
People listening to his music.
As an independent fucking artist who in like 100% close to produces and writes all of his fucking music. He's not independent? Oh yeah, you did just say that. Yeah, right.
But he
who produces and fucking writes almost 100% of his own fucking music. Stop playing with Tyler.
Right. People listen, and people like it. Like, if DJ Khaled is trying to base his argument off of, like, people listen to my music, arguably more people listen to Tyler Creator's music.
Number one, nigga, where you at?
I can't name a song on that DJ Khaled album.
Not one. Not a single one.
I don't know the name of the song where Jay-Z and them are talking
at
about
all.
Ethereum. So
and you
like,
an East Coast ass nigga. Yeah. You a whole New York boy.
I'm not listening to that.
Okay.
And I at least gave what you call it a spin. Call me if you get lost.
It's so. Did you like it?
I
want to know. You did. You like it wasn't like you weren't like having like you weren't astral projecting, but you
I
liked it.
And I think I'm like a little allergic to people like self mythologizing in the way that like Tyler Creator kind of does on it, where he's like talking about relationship, he's talking about like like I get a little like people talking about their personal life as it's the most important thing in the world.
Oh,
I went through so much.
Oh, that's interesting.
But I do think he's a talented musician, and I like think the the colors and the chords and like all the melodies and stuff, like he's so he's so savvy as a musician in that way, and I think he doing colorful, interesting stuff that doesn't feel like rote, like the way that some of these other people want to just like put out albums that are exactly like the one that you heard before.
Exactly.
And it's like, I don't care for that.
And Jordan knows about musicianship because Jordan is a musician. Jordan, do you want to give him a couple bars off of your critically acclaimed?
Hey, yo! Stop it! Look!
I'm leaving. I'm fucking about to do this with you right now.
Yo, we're in LA. I don't play. Bowling on them. Keep it going like O'Shea. Yeah. I doing my thing. East Coast with it. Henry, Connecticut. You what's up, baby?
Dear, we wanted. I don't trust none of these niggas. That's what we wanted. That's what we wanted. Okay.
Those who don't know, right? forthcoming single.
My favorite.
I see.
We're gonna insert a clip of it right here because you all deserve to hear it. I heard it, and you all fucking. The world deserves the fucking album, and Jordan won't give it to us. He's playing with us, so
It's
we'll insert the clip here. I think that is it for the Black People Love episode. Lord, the Black People Love the Electric Slide episode of this here podcast. Thank you for tuning in week after week, y'all. We appreciate you, all three of you who listen to this podcast.
Panama mi gente.
Period. We love Panama mi gente. Okay. You can find us on social media at BPLP Pod. You can email us. We got our first email, Jordan. Okay, we got our first email at Black People Love Paramount.
This shit
I'll
is
tell
so
you.
bad. Y'all need to shut up.
You niggas fucking suck.
What y'all know about what black people like?
Y'all don't know shit.
Tryna
Right.
What if I like tuna? That black? Is that
No.
black enough?
Don't make me write that down because Black people don't love a canned tuna moment. Black people love a canned tuna.
A little canned mackerel. You know?
Right. I do personally.
Same.
You can email us at blackpeopleloveparamore@gmail.com, and
Was the email substantive? Like, what did we get?
the email said, I just want to write in and let you know Sequoia is right. Baltimore is not part of the DMV. I was like, okay, thank you.
So you wrote in with a point of order?
Yep. She's correcting you to
wrote
be
in
specific.
To correct me? You know, don't send emails.
Don't email us. Keep your
I
email.
want your emails.
Jordan doesn't want it, but I want it. You can.
Baltimore is not part of the DMV.
He's upset. He's just upset. It's okay.
Choking a crab.
As y'all do over there. Right. Wait, what do they say over there? Mo.
No, that's the DC though. That's
Yeah.
DC.
Yeah. Oh,
See,
Baltimore. What do they
it's
say?
not-
Yeah, no, you're right. D. It's like D. Oh, let me not even be offensive right now. I'll be trying to mock Baltimore accents.
Oh, they do say something. Though.
They say room weird. It's like all.
Right, and they have a word for, like, they have a analog to dude. Like, they have an analog to. Like,
Do they?
They like you know, like buddy or like.
Yeah.
They have like one of those.
Yeah. I don't know what it is.
know.
Watch it. It's gonna come. It's
Right,
gonna come.
email us that. Yeah, that person email us.
Email us that. Since you know so much about Baltimore.
Email us. Ain't matter of fact, while you're at it, tell us what happened with that Ray Lewis case. What happened?
Oh, and
JK, I don't talk about any people's business.
Whoop. Anyways,
Yeah.
y'all, thank you again for that one listener that emails us. Can continue correcting Jordan whenever you feel the need. I'll take all the love email I can get. You can hate email Jordan if you want. You can reach us there at that email. Do you have anything else you want to say, Jordan?
Just that I'm happy to be in LA and it's really nice to be here. The sun is really shining and in a city where there's so much green trees, it's fun for the air.
ASMR.
I'm really excited. Yeah, just feeling good, feeling grateful. Feeling at peace.
Yes. Have you done some yoga?
Actually, I've been working on our body meditation.
Our body meditation. Okay.
A needle through my.
A whole needle into the back.
I don't feel it. Because I'm so out of my body.
Right.
Yeah, I don't really feel
It doesn't even affect you.
So it's like really
Yeah.
nice being able to feel centered.
I'm so happy.
I'm at a self-realization center. At San Rafael, Washington. I'll be there in the mood, meditating.
Yes.
The rest of my stay here.
Yes. We're happy to have Jordan here in Los Angeles. He used to live here, but he hated it, so he went home. But welcome back. We appreciate that from you. You also give very LA weirdo. I just want you to know. That's the energy that you have.
I get so tight when I meet people. I'm like, where are you from?
LA? You give LA. You do. You do.
Bitch, I'm from Connecticut.
Which is the Los Angeles of the East Coast.
Yeah, as they always say.
that's what they say.
Hamden is the Los Angeles of Connecticut.
Yeah, there it is.
Yes.
People always say they think I'm from New York, which is funny.
It's just because you're mean.
That's what it is. That's what it is. It's like, oh, you're rude. I'm like, yeah, but I'm from here, y'all. Yeah. Anyways, catch us next time. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye.